we're going to try this again. I think I've solved live chat. No idea if it works or not. Just going to wait for a couple of people to come in. Okay, I'm doing this again. I could not get my live chat to work. I think it's working now. So if someone could chat in a group or send a message to let me know whether this is working, I can have a proper chat with with people. There we are. Fishy, fishy, fishy. Thank you, Cruncher. Appreciate that. I was having a nightmare, mate. I was trying to talk and I felt like I just waffled. Couldn't have a conversation with anyone. So yes, all right. Hopefully the chat is working. So I'm not going to hopefully spend the next 27 minutes chatting to myself, feeling like I've got Billy No Mates. 1-0 Leicester. Ooh. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, they're going to be a side or thereabouts, aren't they? But look, let's get back to come on, let's get some chat going. Yeah. Obviously there's 3 people watching now. Woohoo! I'm a major star now. Let's get it straight to the bollocks. Yeah. Look, Fisherman's Bluez. Like, subscribe. Just hit as many likes as you can. Just subscribe to the channel if you can. And what I will say is, what a bloody great day. What a great day to be a Town fan. Yeah. And for those who've rejoined me again, the live chat is working. So you can have a chat. We can ask questions. You can say what you want to me, whatever. I don't care. I'm in a bloody good mood. I'm being sent so many memes about the club from the A140 up the road, and it's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie, it's been. I mean, there's been times I nearly got myself into trouble. But let's put it this way: what a great couple of days. Some really good signings through the door. Obviously, we started off with Matty Siwa, Capri, and then obviously Akpom came in, and it was like a bit of a dull, lull thing, you know, not a lot happening. So come on, look, let's get this chat talking. I want to. Is anybody just stick a thumbs up or something in there just to make sure that I know that this chat is working and people can, you know, it'd be nice to sort of say hello to a few people that come in the chat, you know. It's hard work, these lives, isn't it? You know. So anyway, and then cool, you know, couple of little signings yesterday. There was a big, massive rumour. Trevor, how you doing, mate? Yeah, I'm good. I am now. I tried a live earlier, but I spent half that bloody live waffling a load of rubbish, which okay, standard procedure for me, I guess. But I had no one in the chat to talk to, so I was like, Billy, no mates. So, oh, look, I'm donning the new shirt, the home shirt. I bought that for my daughter for fixing their car. Can't go wrong with that, can you? I have to say I like it. And like I said, it's new microphone as well. That helps. Hopefully the sound is not too bad. But yeah, look, I mean, it's, I don't know, for 3 or 4 weeks since the transfer window opened, it's been hard for us, isn't it, as Town fans? We kind of felt that we'd lost our way a little bit, and you know, not a lot was going on behind the scenes, and then suddenly, boom, we're with 3, and one of which is, you know, probably got most of 90% of Norwich fans down the local supermarket buying tissues, you know. I remember the absolute stick that they gave us when Liam Gibbs went there. Yeah, the Judas that is known as Liam Gibbs, a good little footballer, but that one was painful, you know. And you are right, Trevor. Major meltdown in Norfolk. I was up in Hopton, and for the 5 days, and I spoke to a couple of Norwich fans yesterday, and oh my God, they are absolutely raging. Yes, Ashton, we trust. And look, I have to say, you know, oh my God, what a scoop. You know, to do that, I mean, what, Marshall? Andy Marshall was the last one to come from Norwich to Ipswich, and fans, they weren't happy, but nothing like this. We have nicked probably one of their best players, their most creative player, and like Danny Hand saying in the video, I remember meeting Danny a few years ago, you know, I think it was Bury Town, if I want to say Bury Town, or was it Newmarket Town? Ipswich were playing a friendly against them. I think met him there, and at the time, I think he was fairly young and stuff, but and then obviously he scored against them, and so he's got his name, and then to do that video, and then at the end you see Nunes come on the pitch in the blue and white. You think every Norwich fan is going to be throwing up. And it's brilliant, and I'm not going to lie, it's made my close season, because let's be fair, it weren't a lot to cheer about, was there? But then obviously we got Azon in, the Spanish player, and then Furlong through the door. Didn't see that one coming, but then that's happened. And then I see on Twitter, and I swear to God, I saw a post on Twitter that, you know, there's this £22 million bid going in for Sargent. I thought, no, seriously. So, and that was from a recognised reporter. I'm like, oh, that would I think Norwich fans. I mean, there's already so my boy works with Norwich fans at Centre Parks, yeah, and they're one is literally, yes, Dom, I did seen it, and yes, loved how Nunes was kissing the badge, and that is the thing. He has kissed the badge now, and that is like up your backsides to Norwich, you know. If anybody's joined me now, massive apologies about the chat. Like I was having a bit of a lonely old time, and I don't know what happened, but it's all worked now. So I thought, right, let's get back on. Let's have a chat with anyone that wants to come and have a chat with me, and go from there. But yeah, I mean, one of the lads that Jake worked with has got Nunes on the back of his shirt. He literally threw it in the bin and burnt it, apparently. So you just can't get better than that, can you? I did see some Norwich fans say, I just bought my daughter a shirt with Nunes on. Oh, no, I'm not supposed I'm going to be able to get my money back, am I? And then there's that video going around with the Norwich cups with Nunes written on it, being discounted. I'm like, it's just, I mean, no disrespect, it's not just great for Ipswichers and Ipswich fan base who've had to take a fucking huge amount of stick off Norwich over the years, because as much as I don't like saying this, they have been the better side. You know, they have had the better sides over the last few years, but we were run on peanuts, weren't we? Let's be fair, from our previous owner. So and we all know how bad that was. How bad that was. So, yeah, Cruncher tried to do that to me the other day, other week. Tried to get me on a chat with him, but he couldn't figure it out. If he couldn't figure it out, don't ask me. I ain't got Scooby-Doo. And we have to win a derby this season, at home at least. Look, October the 5th is going to be feisty. There's no two ways about that. It's going to be a pretty angry atmosphere. Especially with the old Green Army coming down. Well, I said Green Army. A bunch of pussy pants, aren't they? Really. In my younger days, yeah, we've sent a few of them back with the tail between their legs. Yeah, Dom, honestly, mate, if you have any ideas how to get this live chat going, where we can do duel or whatever, that's great. I thought, I love Cruncher. He's a top lad. We often have many conversations, and he expresses himself so well over the YouTube channel and his new channel, Suffolk Crunch. And we do, yeah, we often have some good conversations. He winds me up, I wind him up. And that's what it's all about, you know. We've become good friends. And like I said, you know, there's some good lads like Amos, yourself, Dom, and obviously my mate Dino. And I've got a few friends that sort of joined me on the old subscribe and stuff. But yeah, you're all right, Dean. Crunch is a top lad. He really is. He's funny at times. One of the most passionate town fans I know, probably next to Colin. I want to give a good shout out to Colin. Actually, Colin the goat. He's been in hospital. He's been unwell. I'm hoping he gets better soon, and you know, and he can start getting himself back to the Ipswich games, because I know he's desperate to do that. So big shout out to Colin. What's that? I can't read that. Ignali, an Ipswich player by his wiki. Wow. Okay. Well, again, like I said, that's that Norwegian fella in it, Trevor. If I'm not mistaken. The good thing is he won't be part of our 19, will he? He won't be part of our 25. Sorry, he's 19. He won't be part of our 25-man sort of squad if he comes in. So that'll be a good little buy if we can get him in. The big question is who goes. I said this earlier. So who goes? This is the thing, right? We've got 25 players. So who goes? Right. Okay. I'll look into that, Dom. Thanks for that. So who goes? Come on, chat. Who goes? Who stays? Who goes? Uh, Hamady goes, obviously, for me. Al Hamady. Townsend, I don't. Obviously, he'll be out for the season, so he won't be registered. And then obviously you got Clark, Harry Clark. I don't think stays. I think he leaves maybe on loan or sold. And then we've got two more players that we've got to let go. Really, does Wolfie go? I think there's a lot of questions on whether Wolfie will stay or go. And then it'll be a case of that fifth player, Baggett, probably go out on loan again. He obviously signed a deal, but I like Baggett. I think he make a good left of the three centre back type. If he played three at the back, he could play a left to centre. I like him. I think he's got a good left foot. And I think like I said, if we can kickstart our season against Derby tomorrow. I shan't be there tomorrow, but I'm gonna watch it as I always do. So Derby tomorrow. Who starts? Humphreys. Do you think we should be letting Humphreys go out on loan again, considering at the moment we have like Matasiwa, Jack Clark, Nunes, and Humphreys as our four midfielders? Do you think we should be letting him go? Because for me, that's still our weak area. You know, if we get an injury, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I did say that earlier in the early live. I thought maybe Jack Taylor would be a player that you could probably move on. He's not. Look, I feel sorry for Jack because he's not a defensive midfielder, and that's, you know, with the way that we play this out from the back, and it does worry me that we continue to keep doing this because, you know, to do it you've got to have world-class players, and we don't have world-class players. You know, I think sometimes again we've got to do that. I think, like, well, I've said it before, we've got to do this long pass, more direct style. So Dominic says Taylor, Harry Clark, Johnson, Hamady, and Baggett. Again, yeah, Ben Johnson. It's another one of those players that you think, you know, with Furlong coming in, is Johnson out the door? Is Johnson going? I don't know. It's really strange. The one that I still find feel strange in signing is Ashley Young. I'm not going to lie, I find that one a bit I don't know. Very strange. Yes, he brings experience, but he takes up a player when we're supposed to be progressive. We'll have to see. Like I said, it's. I don't want this to be a negative because, you know, I don't want to be a Nelly negative. I want to be positive fisherman. Because we've had a great 24 hours with Nunez coming in and stuff like that. It's and Norwich fans. Oh, their memes, their posts, their podcasts. It's comedy gold. You don't rate Johnson as a defender, better as a wing back. Oh. Yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? It's one of those players that you're not sure on whether yeah. But you could argue the same for Leif Davis at times. He's better going forward than he's defending. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Look, we don't make the calls, and I've given Ashton some stick recently, and probably rightly so because we've not had a lot come out of the club. We've had some key players go, but we've had no one come in. But now, I mean, let's be fair. How can we be disappointed with the signings we've got coming in? If we get this Norwegian lad, it's going to be even better. And with Derby tomorrow, I think, look, for me, it's a bit of a must-win game. I think we really do need to kickstart our team. Derby not exactly pulling, it's a really good chance to get our first win of the season. And I think we've really got to put them to the sword. I really do. The worst thing we did against Southampton, we went 1-0 up and we sat back. And that is really painful. It's majorly painful for us as Town fans to see that. And you could see they were gonna get an equaliser. But look, we've got some firepower now. We've got creativity now. We've got defensive midfielders now. We've got a centre-back pairing in Greaves and O'Shea that have the capability of creating a good defensive pairing. My worry is, look, ask the chat, there's obviously 18 odd people watching. Is O'Shea the ideal candidate for being captain of the club? Kenneth chose him. I have to ask this question because a few friends of mine and people I speak to don't seem to think that O'Shea is the ideal captain. But Trevor said it's a must-win game for confidence of the fans and the players. I have to agree. We really do need to win this game tomorrow. It's important that we do. And, as long as we get some sort of win and play half decent, I think we're fine. We'll be fine. But we've got to start making a statement in this league. If we want to get promoted, we've got to start making a statement in this league. So, who knows? But Derby tomorrow. Look, this is going to be my line-up for tomorrow. I think we'll obviously David. We'll start with Palmer in goal. I think it's a no-brainer. I think if it was me, this is me. Davis on the left. Partnership of Greaves and O'Shea. And I would start Ashley Young tomorrow. I think he'd start for me tomorrow. Hi, friend. Hello there, Amir. Hi there, my man. I assume you're a man. If I'm not, then I apologise. You're not. I do apologise. But anyway. So I would start Ashley Young in the midfield. Matasiwa, I can say it, obviously starts. Now, this is the question, does Nunez start? I think if you pay that kind of money, he has to start tomorrow. 100% he has to start. Or he has to. Jack Taylor, for me, is just not good enough in that role. So, for me, Nunez or Humphreys. I'd even play Humphreys because I think he's a better player in that role than Jack Taylor. At least he passes the ball. On the left, you either play Philogene or Jack Clark. That's who you play. on the left, or you know, you could play Smodic there. Uh, does Smodic start? I play him on the left over Philogene and Jack Clark. I'm not going to lie. Left of the three. Smodic, would I play him in number 10? No, I think Chaplin plays as number 10. And Ogbenny on that right hand side with the options of Philogene and Jack Clark, you know, or Philogene more so on that side, you know, maybe with McAtee. Hurst up front. I know people have given Hurst a bit of stick recently, and I think that's unfair. He's a good player, and he's a player that helped us get promoted. Akpom a start. I think at the moment, I still think Hurst starts. I think Akpom off the bench, maybe, you know. We don't, look, I'll be surprised if any of the three new signings is on the bench tomorrow. I think they need time to fit in. I think they need time to settle in. They've got, you know, have a week of training. So I don't see that happening. I don't see any of them players on the bench. But I'm not Kieran McKenna. I never claimed to be. I just have an opinion on my beloved club. So I think it'd be a good shout just to get a win with the players that, you know. Do you know what? Matasiwa and Kaju starts for me tomorrow. Jack Taylor, Humphreys on the bench, or Humphreys on the bench. Agpom on the bench. Hurst in the middle, up top. Chaplin in the 10. I think that's got to be, you know. Again, Trevor, I can't disagree with you. Furlong, yeah, he's been playing for Albion. Maybe he starts, agreed. So, yeah, maybe Ben Johnson. Look, here's a shout. Furlong, Ben Johnson further forward. With Benny, you know, coming on in the second half. Look, it's great. It's great. I love the fact that we've got this. It's these players that were brought in, and we've got an opportunity to do well. And I think we get a win tomorrow. My son and my brother. For those of you who don't know, my brother's got Huntington's, and he goes to the games when he can. While the weather's nice and warm, he'll go. Unfortunately, when the weather gets cold, he won't be able to. But he's a season ticket holder, and we go together when we can. I'm looking forward to going to as many games as I can with him. So tomorrow my brother's going to be going in, and he sits in the Alf Ramsey lower, left of the goal, near the tunnel. So if you're there in the lower cell for Alf Ramsey, and you see my brother in the wheelchair, please, you know, shake his hand. Say hello, Neil. How you doing? That's my brother's name. My brother's name's Neil. Would he would appreciate your sort of saying hello to him. So anyway. As for tomorrow's game, I think we're going to get our first clean sheet, and I'm going to go for 3-0 Town. I think we're going to really, really put Derby to the sword tomorrow. I think we go 2-0 up at half time and score in the second half. I'm going to go. I think Hurst is going to put his name on the sheet. I think Smodic or Chaplin, whoever plays in the 10, is going to get one. And I think maybe one of the players off the bench. I think Akpom might score tomorrow. So, look, that's my prediction. That's where I am. As for my live, this is my second attempt tonight. Thanks for tolerating me. Thanks for watching. I'm the Fisherman. My channel's the Fisherman's Bluez. Give us a like. I'll upload this video once I've done. I've had 100 likes on some of my videos. So I'm going to go for 80. If I get 80 likes, great. And I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody in the chat. I genuinely do. Dom, thanks for your advice on that. I will get that sorted between me and Cruncher at some point. Maybe we can get on and have a 20 minutes, half hour chat about town. But other than that, as for me, I've done 25 minutes of a live feed. I'm going to go and have something to eat now because I'm starving. I'm wasting away by the size of my belly, you can tell. But look, been a great couple of days for town fans. And all you Norwich fans up Norfolk, you know, and all around me, all my friends who I know in Norwich. Oh, today's been a good day. Cheers. Better than when you were talking to yourself. Yeah, it's very difficult when you talk to yourself. I don't like it. I feel like very self-conscious and I struggle to get my words out. But at least, look, you guys have helped and the chat has helped. Appreciate it. Genuinely, I mean it. Appreciate it. And look, I am Dino. Dino, you've only just joined me. Oh, you missed out on a lot. The chat's working, Dino. I couldn't look at your messages, bud, because I was using the phone. You were trying to cut me live off. Anyway, thanks ever so much for everybody that's watched, and I will catch all of you soon. And for those up to 22 people, I think, watch me live, look, thank you. And those who've done the chat, again, thank you. But my mic's working. Better than the one on the phone. Anyway, all the best. You take care. And we will see you probably Sunday. Good morning. I'm going to leave myself a day after. Unless we do an absolute thump in the derby, then you might see me tomorrow night. But I will see you guys soon. Sunday will be maybe do a live. I might do a schedule, but we'll see how we go. Anyway, thanks for listening, guys. Appreciate that. I'm the Fisherman. This is Fisherman's Blues.